it's Jessica from Peace Love Books, and today I'm here with my YA TBR for the summer. I did a other TBR of just romances that I can link down below that I want to read this summer, and I asked if you wanted a YA TBR and you guys said yes. I am predominantly a romance reader, but I do love my YA because I am a high school English teacher. I teach 10th grade, and then I also teach 9th and 10th graders in a remedial reading class of students who are reading below grade level, and so a lot of my job is books, and I do a book of the week with my students where I recommend a YA book that week that I love that they should read too. I have 3, 4, 5 bookshelves in my classroom of books, so I try to keep up on the YA books, and I do get to order books with my classroom. They have to stay in my room. They are books for school, but I brought some of them home to read this summer, and so I'm gonna get to them and a bunch of books that I've had on my TBR on my shelves that I need to get to. The first book I have was actually sent to me from Simon Teen, and I really want to read it, and that is, whew, if I drop it. There's Something About Sweetie by Sandia Manon. I've heard this is some people's favorite book by her. I read From Twinkle with Love, and I gave it 3 to 5 stars. I was kind of annoyed with Twinkle's character. This one is a plus-size main character, and I think she runs track, and that's all I know. I know there's a romance in this, though, so I'm very excited to read this book this summer. Next, I got Daughter of Smoke and Bone by Laini Taylor. This one I ordered from Book Outlet, and I've heard really good things about Laini Taylor, and I feel like I need to read this because it's like a classic YA fantasy, paranormal fantasy? I have no idea what this is about. I just know she has blue hair, so I want to read this. The next 4 are books that I actually took from my classroom library, so the ones I ordered that I've heard really good things about. So the first one is A Heart and a Body in a World by Deb Coletti. I think that this main character is dealing with something. I don't remember what it is, but she decides to like run across America and to deal with her emotions about what happened. I don't know if it was like a school shooting, if it was someone's suicide. I don't remember what it was about, but I know this is very emotional and very hard-hitting, and so I'm excited to read this. I actually love Deb Coletti. When I was in high school, she had this series, not series, but like companion books that were YA contemporary, and I loved them, so I'm very excited to read this as well. Then I really want to read this author who I've never read before, and that is They Both Die at the End by Adam Silvera. This is a really cool cover, and I love the spine on it. And this is about 2 boys who meet on Death Cast, I believe. Like, literally, I've never read this, never read the back, but everybody's read it on BookTube, so I know what it's about. And that is you, like, are told that you're gonna die, and so they decide to meet on Death Cast and spend their last day together, and I'm pretty sure they both die. But it is MM, so I'm excited to try it out. Then to mix things up, I got Truly Devious by Maureen Johnson. She wrote 13 Little Blue Envelopes, which I loved when I was in high school. This, I believe, is a mystery. This girl has been obsessed with this mystery at this boarding school, and then she gets to go there. So yeah, sounds really good. And the last one's another hard-hitting one that is going to be a really fast read for me because it's all written in verse, and that is Long Way Down by Jason Reynolds. This one is, I believe, about a boy who wants to kill this guy because he killed his brother or something. So Will's older brother, Sean, was shot dead, and I think he's trying to kill the person who killed his brother on this elevator. And yeah. It sounds very intense, and I've heard really good things about Jason Reynolds, and I feel like this is a really good book to have in my classroom, so I want to read it this summer. And the next 3 are all fantasy, and the first one I want to read is because this was super hyped within the past year, and that is An Ember in the Ashes by Sabaa Tahir. This one actually has been out like for like 5 years, I feel like, and I heard that the romance is really good. How many front pages do we have? This came out in 2015, so it's been 4 years, and I don't really know anything about it, just know that it's fantasy and that the romance is really good, so I'll try it. The next and last 2 are books by an author I love that I haven't read yet, and that is Sarah J Maas. And I've not yet read A Court of Frost and Starlight, and I need to, and it's very short, and I heard like it's a good, cute story about the characters. Don't expect too much. It is a bridge book, so like don't get mad about that, and so I really want to read this, and I need to because I love this series so much. And the last one is kind of a stretch, but we'll see if I get to it, and I kind of want to get to the entire series, but that's probably not going to happen. I need to continue on in the Throne of Glass series. I've only read book 1, and I wasn't too impressed by it because of the romance. Like, as I told you guys, I'm a romance reader, and as a book by itself, it was pretty good, but the romance was so stupid in my opinion because like she liked the one guy, but then she liked the other guy, and the way she chose is because one of them was like, oh, well, we're together now, and she's like, oh yeah, okay. It was weird. She like didn't really choose, and so I was annoyed. But I heard these books get really good, and I'm pretty sure a new love interest comes in later on. We'll see. I own the entire series, so I might as well read it, right? And that is my pretty short YA TBR. I probably will read a lot more YA over the summer. Like, I want to continue on in the Kiss of Deception series by Mary E. Pearson, and there's more I want to get to. I'm just looking at my bookshelves right now. I need to get to reading more. I want to read the City of Bones series by Cassandra Clare. I've only read the first 3, and that was way back in like 2009 is when I last read City of Glass. 10 years ago is when I last read that series, so gotta finish that series. But that's all I have for you. Let me know down below what I should start with or what YA books you want to read. I would love to hear. As always, thanks so much for watching and have a good day. Bye.